Go, 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 go. I'm gonna run from a Sharknado. It's a thing, then blow, blow, blow. Gonna run from a Sharknado, 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 Shark. Dun, dun, dun. What's up, guys? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to PG-13 Movie Month. I know this is a TV movie, but it's a TV-14, which is basically a PG-13 for TV viewing. And I finally saw the last Sharknado. It's about time. What a blast! I had a great time watching this freaking movie. Obviously, my shark friend agrees. Yeah, I give it two flippers up. Yeah, this is my shark friend. So anyway, I got to see this movie on the Sci-Fi Channel tonight. I recorded it on my DVR. I was ready. I had a bowl of popcorn, some water, and I was ready to rock and roll. And the movie just starts. It starts and it then never lets up. It just keeps going. There's so much action in the movie. It's craziness all over the place, and it ended the franchise on the right note. Unlike some franchises, yeah, like Jaws. But anyway, basically, the cast comes back. The film starts right where the last one left off, where Finn is inside of the jeep that goes into the time travel, and he ends up in the prehistoric age with a bunch of dinosaurs. It basically was like a scene from Jurassic Park. It's a lot better than any scene in Jurassic World or Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I can easily say that. Even though the CGI is not the best, it still made me laugh more, and I cared about the Finn's character. And yeah, basically he goes there, and his son's not there because he disappeared. He's actually going through time to try to find his family through different time eras. They go to the West, they go to the American Revolution, they go to medieval times, they go to the 50s where they have like a nice 50s song like through the shark. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. My friend Josh will definitely enjoy this review of the last Sharknado. It has a lot of nods to other films. They mentioned 300, all the Back to the Future movies. They mentioned what else did they mention? Star Wars, of course, because they had a little hologram thing like in Star Wars, the originals, that is. Uh, there's a lot of celebrity cameos in the movie, but it's a more they fit more in this one. The only actor I didn't like in this movie was the freaking person. I'm gonna put that in quotation. Person that played Morgana. His name is Justin something Horden or Hodden, something like that, because his stage name is Atlas Thunderfuck. So that's kind of offensive to some people. So yeah. But anyway, it's a fun movie. I had a blast. This is easily going to be in my top 10 of the year of one of the best sequels I've seen on TV, especially because there's not a lot of good TV movies on that are sequels that are actually worth your time. And yeah, the film doesn't let up. It has the same characters from before. Tara Reid comes back as April. Cassie Scurbo, I love her as Nova. She's been one of the best recurring characters in the franchise. The only one she missed, well, she missed two of them, part two and part four, which she only makes an off-camera cameo at the very end. And you have Ian Ziering, of course, as Finn. He's always kicking ass as Finn. You have other people come back from from the other movies. You have Vivica Fox comes back from the second one. You got that fat guy with the Mets hat and the jacket from the second one. You have Claudia. Ryan Newman comes back from the third one and the fourth one. And yeah, you have a lot of people that came back, and it has continuity. That's the one thing that we haven't had in the new Star Wars: continuity, like respecting what happened in the past. And basically, they have to go through time to go back to the first Sharknado movie and retcon it. So not retcon the whole thing, just prevent it from happening, so that the sharks don't kill people in the first like five movies. But they did it in like a Days of Future Past type method, where they change things in the past to affect the future so that it can stay consistent and prevent the disasters from happening, like X-Men: The Last Stand. Here, it's to prevent the people that died in the first five films, especially the downbeat ending from the fifth one. This definitely helped it. It ended on a high note. It throws everything but the kitchen sink. There's a Terminator reference. There's a scene where April is. They have freaking robot sharks flying. Like they knew what kind of a movie they were making. Isn't that right, Sharky? Yeah. And basically, the sharks, they do what they do best. They bite people's limbs off. They squish them like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Uh, there was a lot of funny moments. There's like Oh, Hamilton! I'm still trying to get tickets for that. Only New Yorkers will get that joke because Hamilton's a very popular Broadway show here. Um, there's a lot of deaths in the movie. Morgana gets burned alive by one of the sharks in medieval times. Gilbert Gottfried gets hit by a shark. Al Roker's in the movie at the very end of the film. I don't want to spoil too much in case you do care. Like the few of you here that have watched the Sharknado movies, I've seen all six of them on TV. 5 years, six movies, and it's complete. Just like the original Star Wars, the prequels trilogy, the original trilogy, six films. That's all we needed. With this, that's all we needed. Yeah, and basically, the film, it doesn't let up. Like it has a ton of action. It has a very fast pace. It never felt boring. Just the beginning of the movie with Morgana, you could have easily cut that character out. It's just to serve your freaking agenda, which you guys know what it is. Merlin is played by an actor, some black actor named Neil Tyson. Yeah, he's basically in a lot of stuff. He plays himself mostly. He plays Merlin. What else do you have? Excuse me, I sat through a lot, so yeah, excuse my yawn. And the movie, has a lot of references to the other films. You have the lightsaber saw from the third movie. You have the original saw from the first film. They have a King Arthur and the Legend of the Sword lightsaber, freaking sword that has a saw on it as well. But that's better than the freaking King Arthur movie I saw last year, easily. And yeah, the sharks look great for the CGI they had for the budget they had. It's a better movie than the Meg. The Meg doesn't have any gore. It doesn't have a powerhouse cast like this does for a TV movie, and it doesn't have as much fun. It's just like it's by the numbers. Here, this is not by the numbers. And basically, the film, Nova wants to go back to the time to so that she could prevent her grandfather from dying in 1997, I believe it was. Yeah, in 97, the year that Titanic came out. And she goes on a boat with Finn and the rest of them, and they fight the sharks off. And of course, her and April, fall into the water. And then, they have the flux capacitor from Back to the Future. That's how they go through time. And it's creative. It's not rehashing stuff from the other films. It has a lot of homages to other films. It respects the first five films. And when you get the ending, it's a sweet, happy ending. It's not a freaking downbeat ending like Rogue One. It knows what it is. This movie kicked a lot of ass for me tonight. I had a fun time watching it with my family. And it meant a lot to me because I saw all these films on TV. I was waiting for the last one, and this is the last one. It ended. I'm happy with it. Can't wait till it comes out on DVD in October. This Sharknado franchise was awesome. And basically, the fans have stood, they've been loyal. The fans on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and celebrities that have watched this franchise, that watched it all the way since the beginning. I was one of those people. I really, I'm glad that this franchise came to an end the right way. It didn't end on a sour note like the last Matrix movie. It wasn't downbeat like Rogue One. It left me with some hope at the end. Everybody is alive at the end, and they grow. They continue to grow, and Gil's going to be born. From the first movie, he was born in the third movie. Now he's going to be born, so he could exist in the future. And yeah, semper. What does he say? Semper Prederis. Yeah, that means what the shepherds say. They always say that, and it's cool. It's basically Latin. It's kind of like seize the day in a way. And yeah, I really, really good left a smile on my face. I just had a ball watching this. Six movies, and I was never bored with any of them. They had some issues with some of the casting and some things that weren't needed, some stupid jokes or celebrity that I didn't like Kelly Osbourne, the second one. But hey, what we got a fun franchise that spawned six movies, tons of merchandise, and it ended on a high note. And for those of you saying, "Oh, it was stupid from the beginning," these movies knew what they were, right, Sharky? Yeah, yeah. And there was a lot of mark out moments where I laughed and I clapped and I cheered when a stupid character died. I was like, yeah. And it still has a shock value from the first two films, from the first five films. It doesn't let up on the blood. It shows all of the blood in its glory. It's not as violent as the first three films, but it knows what it is. These movies are for a demographic like me that enjoy B movies with some creativity. It reminded me of Rick and Morty, except a lot more violent and live action and there's no nudity in it, which I think that wasn't needed in Rick and Morty. But yeah, Sharky agrees that this is one of the best franchises with a shark since Jaws, and Jaws should have just been 2 movies. Third one I can handle. I hate the fourth one, and we don't need to remake that. It's already been done to death. And as far as shark movies go, it's what my favorite shark movie of the year. That's for damn sure. I've never seen Deep Blue Sea 2. Fuck that movie. The Meg, I might see it, but I'm gonna wait for a DVD. And I'm glad this franchise is over, but in a good way. When episode 9 comes out and that's over, I'm going to be glad because then we don't have any more of that. Any more pandering SJW crap. These films didn't need it. Yeah, this is the shark puppet that I got. I wanted to use it. I had it on my hand most of the movie. I was having a great time. It's a freedom of expression, man. And I express myself. This is easily in my top 10 of the year, at least at number 10. Because, this has been a year where I mostly saw superhero films and one Mission Impossible movie. And it's been interesting in film, an interesting year in film this year in 2018, considering that there was a lot of bad ones and films that just came out that I was like, why? Like the Freaky Friday remake. This was better. Yeah, because this movie actually was fun to watch and it was crazy and the soundtrack kicked ass and the opening was creative with animation and it just throws everything but the kitchen sink. Even in the movie, they throw a kitchen sink at Finn and I'm like, yeah, it reminded me of the craziness from Doctor Strange where he's going through time and all these portals and whatever is crazy. I like that. That's stuff for me. I don't like pandering SJW crap and pretentious things that celebrities do in movies and these directors think that they're being deep and no, they're losing their audience. Know your audience, producers, writers, and directors. Know your audience, and this knows who it's catering to, me and the fans of Sharknado. Thank you, Thunder Levin, for your writing. Thank you, freaking Anthony C. Ferranti. You're the man. You did 6 movies and you did them all by yourself. No studio interference. No SJW freaking women. No femme nonsense. No freaking British chicks out of nowhere. No, you did your franchise. It's all yours. Just like Peter Jackson with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. 6 movies, all good, and a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Sharknado forever. Sharknado! Sharknado! Sharknado!